Hey everybody, welcome back to my cabin and my Cabin Speak series, where I sing songs that tell the story of the land, the sea, and the people in Canada. Tonight it is a stormy June evening up in the Ontario woods. The trees are swaying all over the place. There's lightning, thunder, and heavy rains. So all this drama and craziness kind of got me thinking of kind of a darker song that I know, that I play. This one is called Trail of the Caribou, and it comes from the northern reaches up along the Hudson Bay coast in Nunavut, I believe. And it speaks of a dark theme that, is definitely a reality in Canada. European settlers showed up in a lot of places and decimated the herds of wild game that were there, whether it was the bison in the plains or, in this case, the caribou in the far north. And the story of the song kind of talks about a small hunting party coming across a group of natives who are starving to death because they had no caribou, or the migration had changed, they were starving, and they end up dying in the song as well. But the glimmer of hope at the end is that the spirit of those people live on, and the spirit of the North that was carried in those people in their way of life is really a part of the landscape itself, and it carries on as well. And I've been to the far north, and there's a real magic up there, and the millennia of hunter-gatherers and nomadic people has really left its mark. It's in the air up there. It's a beautiful place. So this one is called Trail of the Caribou by Bill Houston. Enjoy. Near the coast of Hudson Bay, we met them on the trail. They've come too late to catch the caribou. With hunger in their bellies, they knew they must not fail. The fish they caught would feed just one or two. There were only two of us, while there were many more. We gathered all the grub we could spare. We could have taken everything, including what we wore, but instead they thanked us for their share. Fare thee well, fare thee well. May their spirits ever dwell on the trail of the caribou. Fare thee well. And in the spring we happened to be passing back that way, and thought we'd pay a visit to that scene. Wondered if the strangers fished enough to stay, or had to go and look for other means. We found them all along the trail. They'd fallen one by one. Things to slow them down they'd thrown away. Clutching in their frozen hands just a knife or gun, reaching for that non-existent prey. Fare thee well, fare thee well. May their spirits ever dwell on the trail of the caribou. Fare thee well. We followed up that trail of death with unbelieving eyes, women, men, and children lying there, until we saw the old chief halfway up a rise. We couldn't find his rifle anywhere. We followed but a mile or more along that lonely trail, until we came upon the final one. A girl of 12 or 13 years, lifeless, cold, and pale. In her frozen hand the old man's gun. ever dwell on the trail of the caribou. Fare thee well. In the north all winter comes, so strong and weak alike, chills the flesh and blood down to the toes. Comes to all who live and die beneath the northern lights. Takes what it can take if you let go. One thing it can never touch is hidden in the soul. Kind of fire that burns never dies. When that frozen winter's night will finally take its toll,